It was a sunny October afternoon in Washington, D.C., and crowds had gathered along Pennsylvania Avenue, buzzing with excitement to catch a glimpse of President John F. Kennedy. Among the sea of faces, a small boy no older than 6 stood near the front, his tiny hand pressed firmly against his forehead in a crisp salute. It was a simple gesture, innocent yet profoundly heartfelt, a child's quiet tribute to the leader he admired. But what happened next would not only surprise the boy and his family, it would touch the hearts of millions across the nation. The boy, Michael Thompson, had been fascinated by President Kennedy for as long as he could remember. His mother, a single parent working 2 jobs, often found him sitting with his toy soldiers, imagining himself standing alongside the president, defending the values of courage and honor. On this particular day, his excitement had been building for weeks. His mother had carefully dressed him in a miniature suit, complete with a tiny tie, and walked him through the bustling streets to the parade route. They squeezed past waving flags and cheering citizens, finally positioning themselves at a spot where Michael could clearly see the motorcade pass. As Kennedy's limousine drew near, Michael's heart raced. Without a second thought, he straightened, raised his hand, and offered the perfect salute. The crowd around him barely noticed, caught up in the spectacle of cheering, waving, and shouting. But Kennedy, sitting in his open-top car, did. He paused, a look of genuine surprise and warmth crossing his face. The president leaned slightly out of the car, pointed directly at Michael, and nodded with a smile that seemed to carry the weight of recognition and encouragement. Then, in a moment that would be captured forever in photographs and newsreels, Kennedy stopped the motorcade, stepped out, and walked directly to the boy. The world seemed to hold its breath as Kennedy knelt down to Michael's level, gently shook his hand, and spoke a few words that no one around could hear. Witnesses later recalled seeing tears well up in the boy's eyes, a mixture of awe, joy, and disbelief. Michael's mother, too, was overwhelmed, barely able to contain her emotions as she watched the president interact with her son as if he were the most important person in the world at that moment. Kennedy's gesture was brief, but its impact was monumental. It was a simple act of kindness, a moment of human connection, yet it communicated a powerful message, that every individual, no matter how small or overlooked, mattered. In the days that followed, the story spread across newspapers, radio broadcasts, and television screens. Millions of Americans were captivated by the image of the president taking the time to honor a little boy's salute. Letters poured into the White House from parents and children, each expressing their own gratitude and hope inspired by the encounter. Teachers told the story in classrooms, and children across the country began saluting with renewed pride, dreaming of leaders who could notice and value them. For Michael, the moment became a lifelong memory, shaping his sense of possibility and belief in the power of courage and respect. He often recounted how Kennedy's smile and attention had made him feel like he could achieve anything. His mother, who had struggled silently for years to provide stability and love, found a renewed sense of hope, knowing that the world could still honor simple acts of innocence and admiration. The story of Michael's salute and Kennedy's response remains a timeless reminder that leadership is not measured solely by speeches or policies, but by the humanity and empathy leaders show in small, meaningful gestures. In a world often preoccupied with grand events and loud achievements, it is these quiet moments of recognition, connection, and kindness that truly resonate. Michael's salute was just a small hand raised in respect, but Kennedy's choice to pause, to acknowledge, and to engage with that gesture, touched millions, and continues to inspire generations. It is a story of courage, of humility, and of the simple truth that every human connection has the power to shape hearts and change lives. And perhaps that is the most important legacy of all, that even in moments that seem fleeting, we have the ability to make someone feel seen, valued, and inspired.